We actually go back as far as the Pavelski family is concerned to 1873 when my great-great-grandfather immigrated from Poland and homesteaded 40 acres in the Amherst Junction, Wisconsin area. And it continued to grow. In the 1950s, Frito-Lay acquired a potato chip plant in Madison, Wisconsin, which was formerly known as the Red Dot potato chip plant. And we became suppliers to Frito-Lay back in the early 50s. In 1974, it was incorporated as A. M. Pavelski and Sons Incorporated. Prior to that, it all ran as sole proprietorships in the family.
There was a couple different businesses at that time. My father had a fertilizer plant, Pavelski Enterprises, which provided different crop services, soil sampling to the different growers in the area. We also had a cucumber packing operation that my grandma ran, and there was a potato packing operation that my Uncle John, as well as my father, ran right in Amherst Junction where the homestead is.
I guess I always knew I wanted to farm. I was very fortunate growing up, I guess. A lot of the business was done around the family table. I mean, Mom was kind of, his day-to-day secretary. We had the business radio was in the kitchen, and whenever Dad would need something, he'd call Mom on the radio for this and that. I can remember when I was 5 years old, it was the first time I actually started plowing for Dad. An old 40-20 with a 5-bottom plow. He had to build a little foot extension on the clutch so I could reach it actually to hit it, but I was involved in a lot of the, just helping out in the field work and whatnot, doing, as you got older, doing some maintenance and that kind of thing. In 1983, that was the year that the government came out with their first payment-in-kind PIC program. And we were farming at, somewhere around 14,000 acres at the time, and with the PIC program that year, I think we ended up somewhere around 2,000 acres of crops is all we put in. The rest was put into set-aside. Some of the people that my dad was working with put another group of investors together and actually bought the potato farm that's the home base here for Heartland Farms today. And in the middle of the summer, they had asked me and a couple of the other guys from the operation down there if we would like to come up here to Wisconsin and help them with their potato harvest this year. And given a choice, we decided to come up here to Wisconsin and see what this potato thing was all about. Looking back at where things were heading in the family business back home in the corn and soybean markets, I just got a sense that there was opportunity up here in the potato business.
Dave Knights from Illinois became involved. We became acquainted. He was already up here managing this particular farm, which at the time was Colburn Farms.
Of course, I'd been on this farm for 6 or 7 years, and we hadn't ever really been successful on this land. It was fairly tough. I guess, the pivots were outdated. A lot of the drainage and stuff that was supposed to get done when they developed the land never ended up getting done. There was a lot of issues that needed to be tackled there. One thing led to another, and Dick did agree, that we'd form Heartland Farms, and we just started changing things here, doing all the things that needed to be done. It really turned this place around, and everything just seemed to fall into place after that.
We purchased 3,500 acres, and again more than tripled the size of our operation with that acquisition. And then in 1998, we purchased what was formerly known as A&W Farms. So we again more than doubled in size, and we're currently at like 14,000 acres.
What Heartland Farms is a large potato and vegetable operation. Who Heartland Farms is a group of hardworking, dedicated people who have a common vision.
Heartland Farms is an accumulation of individuals who came from family farm backgrounds, grew up on family farms, and now have come together as one larger team to own and manage a much larger farm enterprise.
It's a business that's efficient, has a common goal, wants to be the best, and I truly believe that we have that mindset. Everybody feels that they're part of something special here.
We're all farming backgrounds, but we all have a slightly different niche or a slightly different background that we've had. We've all had different values imposed on us and what we've gathered throughout life's experiences. So bringing all those values together into the organization and sharing them throughout, I mean, it really makes it one huge family experience.
It's kind of interesting how this organization's put together. It's a family of families. You know, the Pavelski family and the Knights families own the organization, but day-to-day operations are handed out to the individuals of the other farm managers.
The true meaning of a family farm is we're not related by blood, we're related by sweat. You know, our family is everybody that's working alongside because we look out for each other. When it comes to it, we actually spend more time as a family than our real families. We're spending 18-hour days, and then a lot of times we'll be done working and we'll go play together yet. So we're doing everything together. We care about each other, and that's really what makes this place tick.
But you truly need to have people that believe in that philosophy that, you know, we are all in this together as one big family. You know, if we don't believe in that, it's just not as good as it can be.
It's taken a long time for my father, Dave, and our previous generations to start compiling this team, if you will. It's just great to have a team who has the willingness and the ambition to put in the time and effort that it takes to run such a high-quality organization. Every single one of our employees really has a passion for what they're doing. And having that passion really shows through in all the products that we provide and the quality that we provide to our customers.
They just know what it takes to get the job done, know that you have to put in hours and you have to put in commitment, but yet they reap the rewards of doing that. And you could be in any position as long as you had that passion or that attitude that'll carry you through whatever you do in life. And we see that a lot on this farm.
You know, growing up, chips were chips. They tasted good, but you know, I find myself now knowing that those potato chips came from Heartland Farms. You take a good hard look at what you do, and it makes you proud of what you do. You open up a bag and, you know, see 0 defects, perfect potato chips. It's just a good feeling.
They can actually go to the store if they're with friends and family of their own. When they open up that bag of chips, they want to be proud to say, hey, look at these. These are the best ones in the business. This is something that we're a part of.
To surround myself with very high quality, high integrity people that really work hard. Because if you're going to grow, you can't do it yourself. You have to have a very dedicated and talented team. And we certainly have that here.
There's definitely family pride in this. I mean, just thinking back that this business has been built since the late 1800s. My great-great-grandfather, you know, my great-grandfather, my grandfather, and my father all working toward the same goal. You know, there's definitely a lot of pride in that, and you want to make sure that you make the family proud.